This is the Yamaha VSS-30. It's a little tiny piano with some pre-built-in sounds and the really cool ability to sample your own voice or any other types of things you want into the sample in port, little RCA port on the back. I love this guy. It is so much fun. I think it's probably one of the cooler, tinier synths I bought. Mind you, this is vintage, so it's a little expensive. I think I paid like 250 for this, and it was like during the hype because I found out about this from Son Holo, who's a cool producer. He had this really cool video where he brought on I can't remember who it was exactly, but another female singer, and they did something in the Red Bull Academy where he sampled his own voice in this and made this ethereal pad that was absolutely gorgeous. And I immediately fell in love with the VSS-30. But I also really love the MPC Live, which I have right here. This guy is one of my favorite little portable companions, and the cool thing about this is it's completely battery powered through a lithium battery, and I also have batteries in this guy. I got some, what is it, double A's, but it's so cool. So you can barely hear it. I'll plug it in for a second so you can hear a little bit better. But this guy's amazing, and I'm going to show you some of the cool effects this has and how I'm ultimately going to build a track with both of these elements into a song. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this into the MPC real quick. So here we go. Nice. Now I'll put this here down here. And now let's make sure we got some sound coming in. So right now I'm in the MPC Live 2, and I'm actually going to go to the sampler. I like to work in the sampler when I'm creating initial samples, not loops necessarily. So we're in the sampler. I'm going to turn the monitoring to on, and you can hear we're getting a little bit of static. That's good. Cool. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. It's a little loud. Cool. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to sample some of the internal sounds here. So let's go ahead and let's try the harpsichord. That's kind of, marimba. Where the marimba's kind of got like this ARP thing on it already. Hit a stop on the ARP. Guess that's built in. What's this, jazz organ? So this could be cool. Awesome. Now, quick note, I am no way a piano player or a music theoriologist, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to do everything in the key of C today just to make it easy. I probably could do something more advanced, but I'm recording this live, so I want to make sure it is as easy as possible. So going back to the piano, we have this cool little jazz organ sound. Right, we'll pick some chords for that. We also have the opportunity up here where we can change some of the parameters. So we can add some fuzz. Right, that's kind of cool. A little bit of lo-fi there. We can do some frequency modulation. Oh, that's cool. Amplitude modulation. It's kind of like a tremolo effect. The U-turn. That was kind of hard to hear. The looper. Again, hard to hear. I think it might be something we have to actually use the sample for. So I'm just going to leave the fuzz on, echo. Echo's kind of like a sustain. I don't think I really need that necessarily. Yeah, let's leave that on. Cool. So we've got fuzz and echo right now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this into the MPC Live 2. So we're in the MPC Live 2 now. I'm going to go ahead and arm the recording. And I'm just going to start playing some chords really quick. So I'm going to pick this bad boy up. And then let's go ahead and I'm going to start with a nice casual A minor chord. Gonna let that ring out. Cool, that's gonna be good enough. We're gonna stop that. I'm gonna assign it to a pad. I'm just gonna assign it to A1, and I'm gonna name this A minor. And I'm gonna click keep. Cool, that's A minor. Now let's go ahead and get probably like an F, but I'm gonna use two hands here because I actually want to get an F with another note in there to get some emotion in it. This is hard. I didn't realize that this would be such a tiny little setup I'm doing here. Get out of here, troll. I love using the trolls, but I gotta get out of here right now. All right, so F. There we go. That's pretty cool. So now I just gotta record that, so I'm just gonna set this right here on top of this bad boy. I'm gonna hit the record arm button so it's ready to go, and then I'm just gonna hit the F plus this D right here. Cool. Same thing, stop. I'm going to name this one F, just F because it's a major. Do it. I'm going to assign it to pad 2 and click keep. So now I've got And I'll assign mute groups and stuff to that too in a little bit here. Okay, so next we've done our F. Let's go ahead and now we're gonna do oh hey troll, get out of here. Let's go ahead and do, let's try maybe a G, but let's add a little minor note to the G, like the E or something. Now I've got this little, that's kind of somber, I like that. So I'm gonna click arm under here. All right, so I've got the track armed here, and now we're gonna go ahead and, oops. That wasn't good, so I'm just going to discard that and try that again here. Arm. Waiting for the signal, perfect, and try that chord again. Beautiful. Cool. Okay, that's done. We're going to stop that. I'm going to call this one G. Do it, assign to pad this guy. And notice I can do it two things one here. I can either assign the pads by hitting them or just scrolling through here. And I'm going to click keep. Cool. Cool. That A minor is a little weak. We might want to re-record that with a little note on top of it. The D. Don't love the D. But that's kind of a cool little ending note with the C there. Oops. Discard. Crank that up. Arm. And this was the C with E minor, yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so now this was E minor. Assign to pad 4, keep. Now I've got. It's kind of cool right there. We'll just start right there. So I'm going to put this back, and I'm stoked because we found a cool little rhythm already. So now my next philosophy is usually I can put a kick pattern down. I'm just going to try to use the metronome here, and then we're going to go and dive right into building the beat. So I'm going to go back to the menu, main mode here, and then I am going to go to the BPM here, and I think it was a little slower when I was playing. Boom, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I tapped it in here. Go ahead and just take it at 100 even, make it easy. I usually like keeping things round numbers. It just makes things a little bit easier. Cool. And now we are going to go ahead and just kind of play this in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, that was not the pattern I played. What was it? It was... No, it was this to this and this to that. That was what it was. So let's try it again. Cool, I got that memorized now. Memorized. Go to 4 here. Okay, cool. Hello, I got my little frame here, my picture here. Let's go ahead and play this one more time. 1, 2. Let's go ahead and overdub. We're going to hold that overdub and hit play. Start from the beginning, count us in. Oh, start all the way. Overdub, play, start. 2, 3, 4. All right, let's go ahead and hear it back. All right, so now's a great time to talk about mute groups, right? Because as I mentioned that earlier, they're just kind of, all the samples are playing on top of each other. We're going to use the mute groups and put them all to mute group 1. And now they'll all be almost monophonic. Beautiful. Cool, I really like that. So now let's talk about some drums. So I'm actually going to go to a new, the main menu here. Oops, not the main menu. There we go, main mode. That's this button. And then now what I'm going to do is I am going to go to another track. I'm going to go to another track here. I'm going to choose it to be a new drum program. There's nothing here. And then now I'm going to go to my browser and I'm going to go to my places. And now I'm going to use some of my Maschine kits. I'm going to put a link up above to a video I did where I recently showed how to use your Maschine expansions into here. And that's what I'm accessing right now. So please feel free to check that out. It's a really cool video. I like it a lot. All right, coming back into the MPC Live 2 now. I'm going to go to my Faded Reels library. I'm going to go to filter to just showing. All right, so what I'm looking for here is just something with cool drums. That's kind of cool. Let's try that. There we go. Cool, we got a ton of stuff to work with now here, so we're good to go. I just didn't have the right program selected. So now if I'll play, this is all track 1, right? We're on track 2 now, and now I can kind of just start to... Kind of cool. Let's do that. Cool. Now I'm going to turn the metronome off next because I don't think we necessarily need that on, and I'm just going to have it on to just record. And now I can kind of continue to build the beat here. I really like where this is going. It's kind of groovy. I like those drums. Usually I do basic drums, and I'm kind of stoked I did something different for this. So let's go ahead and... Let's like a rhythm hi-hat. Go ahead and just do this hi-hat. That's going to be kind of cool. Okay, let's just do that. Overdub, play start to get it going before the grid. Okay, I just turned it down. I realized I was peaking a little bit, so I apologize if this little bit earlier in this video was a little loud. But this sounded pretty good. I'm also just gonna turn that sound down. That sounds really loud. There we go. Okay, let's see what else we want to put on here now. Turn that pad down. That's cool. Maybe something else. Adding in this little clap. Kind of like, almost like where a tom would be. I don't love that. I'm going to undo that. There we go. What else we got here? That's pretty cool. Now, these are all very pitched up here, and I don't know what pitches they are, so I'm just going to stick with this. I'm going to lay this in real quick. 2, 3, 4. Now, all these pieces that I'm building, eventually I'm going to go ahead and strip down into individual parts, but for now, I'm just trying to get a cool, like, master group of loops that I like here. So this will probably get a little bit annoying for a little bit, but I like it. Cool. Let's actually, while we're here, let's go into our pad mixer again. And then let's just go ahead and try a filter on this guy. So I'm just going to go in the pad mixer and go to the inserts. Go to the air. I like the air music technology stuff a lot. I'm going to edit the filter here, add some drive, and take down the frequency. There we go. Here's some resonance. We'll drive more. Very cool. Let's go ahead and turn that pad down just a little bit now. Go back to the program or the pad mixer here. And I'm just going to drive this down a little bit. We're gonna turn the hi-hats down a little bit more. Cool. Of course, this is just like rough mixing in general, but I like where we're at so far. Okay, let's go back now to this guy, what we're here for, the VSS-30. Go back to the sampler menu here on the MPC Live. Cool, so there's our original sound. Now, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to try to record my own voice into here. So to do that, the first thing we can do is get a clean piano going. Oh, I can't remember where one of these notes it samples too. So here, hold on, I'm going to grab this guy up here. I'll hold down sample to allow me to sample my voice. Okay, so here's the thing. It's an A. The A is where it natively samples to, naturally samples to. So what I need to do is go back to piano. I think I hopefully have good enough pitch. Oops, the microphone's over here. I screwed that up. Let's try that again. Go back to piano. Well, now I don't hear anything. Oh, I sampled something wrong. There you go, piano. Okay, we're back at piano. Let's try this one more time. So piano, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to overwrite right here, or sample right here. Oh, you got to hold it down. Oh, man, I'm making so many mistakes with this guy. It's been a while since I've used this. But yeah, let's try to get you a full view of what's going on here. So here is the A chord I need to sample into. I'm going to sample that. All right, cool. So there's a sample. Go to piano. Sample voice. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, cool. So now that we got this, I can show you guys the grandiose view one more time. And now we can listen to our sample. We can also build chords around it, which are pretty cool. And this is why I'm really glad that I wrote down all of the different chords we sampled in, because if not, I'd be screwed, wouldn't be able to remember where it was next. So, okay, here's the next part. Actually, let me look down what the heck those samples are called. Program edit, no. Pad mixer, just to see. Oops. Let's go to our track 1 here. Program 1. Menu. I think we should do a little program edit. Yeah, so we've got a E minor, F, and G. And if I recall, we did the E minor, we did the F. Go to the pad mixer to figure this out. Actually, it'd be easier. So G. Oh, you guys can't see. Here we go. G. E minor. So we got G, 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 F, 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 G, 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 E minor. Okay. Echo. So freaking cool, right? Okay. So go back to our sampler now, or sampler within the MPC Live, and now we'll hold down the arm button, and then we need to get a E minor. That's a little too low, I think. We're going to discard that. We're going to try one more time. That's cool. It's just kind of doing this weird... The echo thing is actually doing what it's supposed to do. Actually, before we do this... Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but why not try this? Try the reverse. And the loop, and turn off the echo. It's like a horn now, right? Frequency modulation. That's kind of cool. It's quiet, but it's cool. Oh, I like that. Okay, no, I really like that. That's really cool. Okay, so to do this, we're going to do something slightly different here. We're going to go into our looper now, and then I am going to choose the right input here because I only have this on input 1 because mono and signal, and then make sure it's on from stereo to mono. Cool, and then I'm just going to hit record, and then that's the whole thing. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit overdub, or I'm just going to hit play. Okay, get ready. We're going to record this in the next one here. I think it's live. I think that's what it means. Cool. Now let's hear that back. We may have to turn it up a little bit. Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead now, and we're just going to click export. And we're going to assign it to pad 5 here, because this is all in that program, so luckily nothing's going to get overwritten. We're going to go to keep. We're going to go to the grid now. You hear all that static kind of went away for a little bit. And now in the grid, we're just going to place something right there. We're going to place a marker right there on the 1. We're going to zoom into the grid, scroll over, and do that. Cool. Now we're going to turn it up on the pad mixer, maybe add some compression or something into that sample. Turn that bad boy up. It's still really quiet. I think I just recorded it in way too quiet. That's not good for the noise ratio, but it's okay to make mistakes. What are these vintage effects? I just want to see if there's anything on the SB1200. What is this? Is it loading? Is that what this is doing? I love the SB1200, but I wanted to know, do I not have access to it? Maybe I don't have access to this? Okay, that's not what we want to do. Let's go ahead, and we just want to get something that's gonna, is harmonic gonna do it? Ooh, let's try LoFi. What does that do? It's pretty cool, but it's kind of doing this weird, like, kind of, let's solo this. It's very gritty now, probably because I recorded it too low. So now let's do dynamics. Do you have a gate? Oh, we do have a gate. Oh, cool, we have a gate. Cool, that gate works great now. So we can hear it's actually ducking the sounds, right? Super cool. Let's go back to the lo-fi here. And we're just going to turn down some of this. Cool. So I was just messing around with some settings here just to see if there was, gave us a little bit less grit, but still giving us that cool kind of lo-fi effect that we were going for. So ultimately, pretty cool. Okay. I realized, was I shaking the camera when I was dancing? Hopefully not. Okay. So yeah, this has been just kind of a little snapshot into the sampling methodology I have. So what I might do now is I might go through and I'll say, hey, I'll go to the main menu here, and now I'll start duplicating sequences out. So I'll go ahead and copy the sequence into like this sequence here, and then click do it. And so now I have two sequences that are going to be the same thing here. Actually, I'll just change the sequence to, we call main, because it's got everything we need on it. And then play. And we still have something set. We still have a pad soloed here. So now all we're going to do in the next like 2 minutes is we're just going to try to actually format what we have into a song. Because I feel like a lot of people don't do that. They just make a beat and then that's it. But I like to at least get a little bit of the sequences going. So to do that here, we are going to go into our sequence, our main sequence here, play it. Cool. And then we're just going to go ahead and duplicate what we call the main sequence into, 3 is fine. And then we're going to name this one intro, because this is just going to be the intro of the whole jam here. And click do it. And then we're going to go to our intro. And then on the intro, actually, does it keep this stuff? Let's see. If I solo this guy. All right, so I'm just going to try something. If I solo this guy, and I go to the main. Yeah, so it keeps the pad mixture the entire time through all of them. So I guess that's kind of a bonus, because then you don't have to remix stuff. But let's go back to pad mixer, unsolo this. All right, now let's make sure we're on our intro one. All right, and then from here we just like to erase. So all I want here is these 4. So I know I have this thing I'm gonna erase here real quick, which will only take a second because it's on the very first one. Actually, I can just hold down erase and then click that and then hit do it, and that erases it. Right, so now we don't hear the blid, blid, blid. And then go to the main here, or no, sorry, we're still in the intro. Go to track 2, and then go hold down erase, and then now I'm gonna erase all of these guys. Right, so we click do it, and now we have our intro, right? So what might be cool next would be like the intro plus that little burp thing, right? So we're going to just go to copy the sequence from 3 to 4, intro with, I think that's called like FM, frequency modulation intro. I spelled that wrong, but that's fine. Intro with that, and go here now. And then for this one, we're going to go back to our grid, or sorry, track 1, go back to our grid, and then just place this guy right on the A5. So now we should have... Cool. And then last but not least, we're going to do one with now. Actually, we can just go to the main from here and call it a day. So in theory, if we have our song, we're going to start on the intro and play it. We'll go. Now we'll go to the intro with FM. And I'll go to the main. Awesome. And that was it. So thank you guys for checking this video out. I wanted to kind of show you just how I start to sample some of the old stuff. I got a ton of other stuff, cool vintage stuff, and new synthesizers that I like to sample into the MPC Live 2. The MPC Live 2 just made sampling so much fun for me because I could just pick this up, take it wherever I want, take it and plug it into a synth, take it and plug it into this cool little VSS-30. But yeah, if you guys want a VSS-30, check out Reverb. I know they got a ton of stuff. Check out eBay as well. These guys actually stay pretty good condition, and I think they can take a beating. I've dropped this a couple times since I've had it, and it's still fine. Don't recommend dropping it, though. So yeah, please like this video if you liked it. Comment if you want to hear more. Comment if you learned something, or comment if you have any questions. And if you like my vibe, please subscribe. Thank you so much for checking out Brent Does Music. I'm Brent Waters. Peace. Ridiculous, but also way too much fun.